Yo, what is up, guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel, your source for on point and no hype reviews. We are back again, everybody. We're back with another fragrance review right here, guys, on my lovely day off. And today I will be talking about a Creed fragrance that I have been wanting to review for a long time now, guys. Now, yesterday I did a new Creed, an unreleased upcoming Creed from the new, changed up Creed, guys. But today I'm gonna go back in time to review one of the most famous, most beloved Creeds in a no hype manner, guys. And I'm really happy to tell you guys my results on this one. Now, before I continue, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys, okay? Liking, subscribing, and watching the ads is a great big deal to this channel. It helps us with procuring a lot of fragrances, and trust me, guys, we got a lot coming up, a lot of really good ones, both old and new. So please continue all your support, guys. I will be continuing to make these videos for y'all, no hype. I know you guys love this format, so again, thank you so much for your support. And the fragrance that I will be talking about today is none other than Creed Les Exclusifs Spice and Wood. Yes, Creed Spice and Wood, the legendary Creed Spice and Wood. I wanted to do like a new Creed video that was like yesterday, and then we're going back into the old Creed. We're archiving, and I'm going to review this fragrance right here. Now, this one I think withstood the test of time, because until now there are a lot of people that really love this scent, consider this one of the best Creeds ever, and a lot of people really have this fragrance as their signature scent. I tried this a long time ago, guys, and now I'm trying it again because this sample, this official sample, comes from one of my new friends of the channel, Bernie, who runs the Creed boutique for Nordstrom in his city-state, guys. And all you got to do, guys, is add him on Instagram. I'm going to put his Instagram account right there, link it below, because he really has a lot of knowledge about these fragrances. And he sent me basically a huge Creed care package right here, a lot of Creeds and a lot of Le Labos and other things. And I wanted to review Creeds, like really from the source, because there's a lot of questions about the longevity and the performance of these Creed fragrances. So for me, I said to myself, you know, if I'm gonna do this, I want to get it straight from the source. I only want samples from the boutique so that I can fairly review the performance of all these Creed fragrances. Now, with all that set aside, guys, let's go spray this thing right now. Ooh, yeah. Okay, guys, now let's talk about this fragrance right here, Creed Spice and Wood. Man, every time I spray this thing, I'm just like, wow, this smells really amazing. And it makes me think, man, I should have gotten this one maybe and not Pure White Cologne. I mean, Pure White Cologne was great as well. I got that full bottle. But man, this one is pretty much, I mean, on the equal range for me, guys. Now, what's up with this fragrance? The opening, as you can tell from my reaction, is quite wonderful. Right here in the opening notes, guys, you are going to get bergamot, you're going to get lemon, and you're going to get apple. Now, Creed also calls these apples, or the apple notes, as aromatic apples, and I can't wait to tell you guys all about that. But initially on this spray, once you spray this fragrance, guys, obviously you're going to get a hit of really nice sparkling bergamot and lemon. All right, that is the initial hit, and it's typical British gent scent fashion, no special effects. But again, from this official sample, I'm smelling this real nice sparkling citrus. All right, great start up to this fragrance, guys. Again, this is a gent scent, obviously, but you know, the leeway into it is something very understandable, very likable, such as a bergamot and lemon blend. Now, what I really like about this intro, guys, is the apple. All right, the apple note, which is in my opinion a green apple note, it starts coming in as well right after these citruses. All right, and it is called Aromatic Apples by Creed themselves, because as early as 15 minutes into the scent, the spices start coming in. All right, 15 minutes into the scent. Now, it doesn't mean that you're gonna lose coverage of the citruses or the apple. I'm just saying that it starts getting aromatic as early as 15 minutes into the scent. But wow, this intro is quite amazing. Really nice bergamot, sparkling citruses, like I said, with some green apple. And then 15 minutes in, the spices start coming in, guys. Now, to me, this opening is really likable. Okay, it's easy to understand, it's easy to like, and again, that aromatic apples effect really is pretty good. The sparkling citruses are there, the bergamot, it's all in there. And then you got the green apples with slight spicy aromatic notes starting to trickle in, guys. And it is, to me, an addictive type of opening. All right, I wouldn't even say that this is the main reason why you would buy this fragrance, but this intro right here is actually a nice leeway into the eventual spice and woods. It's a nice gent scent leeway. It sets the tone. It puts the user or the sprayer in the mood. And so it is really a nice opening, guys. Now let's talk about the coverage. I think this is really important to know. The coverage of these citrusy notes as well as the apple note. Now, the citruses, the lemon and the bergamot, they last a total of 30 minutes max. All right, 30 minutes max on these. And then the apple note, the green apple note, the aromatic green apple note lasts up to 45 minutes to an hour. Okay, so the apples actually eventually outlast the citruses. So as you can tell, the citruses are a nice wake up sparkling citrus intro gent scent, and then the aromatic apples eventually take over for the latter part of the first hour of wearing this fragrance right here. Now, of course, with this fragrance, the biggest part, the most likable part of this fragrance is obviously the mid, which is, I would call it, the spice component of this fragrance, guys. And again, the spices come in as early as 15 minutes and they kind of overlap with the apple. But then, of course, past the first hour, once the apple backs out, the spices start coming in. All right. And what are these spices? So you have black pepper as well as clove. Now, these two spicy notes are gonna be here to stay. Of course, this is called spice and wood. And they both have, although they are both spices, they have different effects. Now, the black pepper, to me, my interpretation is that this is the masculine part. It's like a masculine black pepper, grounded, macho, Christian Grey / James Bond type of spice, all right? Now, the clove is also a warming, spicy note, but it has kind of like a slight cinnamon smell, and it is more aromatic, in my opinion, than the grounded black pepper. And it is a combination where you have the black pepper giving you that manliness, that serious tone, but then you have this clove that gives you the aromatic, comforting, calming side in this mix. Now, are the spices the only things here? I mean, with that being said, that would make this fragrance really easy to clone, right? Of course not, because this spice component to me is masterfully blended, all right? Because first and foremost, the thing about these spices is that they feel like a drizzle of spices rather than a heavy spice component. And that is a big change because other spice heavy fragrances really lean towards fall winter, guys. But with this one, it feels like a drizzle of spice, and it's still going to be light, airy, and aromatic right here in spice and wood. And that is a big change because that makes this fragrance a non-heavy, which means it's versatile in almost every weather, and it's going to be versatile outdoors and indoors. And for the wearer, it's just enough, you know, to where you have this calming mood, but it's not like pushy or strong or heavy. None of that, guys, okay? So again, the spices are like a drizzle. Now, on top of the spices, you have these other notes that really do matter, okay? And you might not think that they matter, but they actually do. First and foremost, you got your Artemisia. Artemisia is a green, musky note. It's an earthy, musky note that has some sweetness in it. And there is a sweet factor, okay? Although it is not as strong as the spicy factor. Some of y'all might be picking up the black pepper more, but there is a sweet, green, musky factor here given by that embedded Artemisia, okay? And that is pretty prominent, although it is not as heavy as the spices. And then also you have patchouli, and patchouli matches spices quite well as it lends an edgy, woody, sharp, note of patchouli here in the mid as well. But I like it because, like I said, the spice combination is grounded masculine black pepper, and then of course your aromatic, real nice clove here in this fragrance, and then you have an embedded Artemisia, you have some patchouli. It's really nice, guys. And with that being said, in my opinion, guys, within 2 hours of wearing this fragrance, when you test or wear this, maybe you want to try it at the mall, guys, within 2 hours, in my opinion, that is when you will know if this is for you or not. Okay, because within 2 hours, most of the mid notes are going to be out there already. You've experienced that first hour of wearing the fragrance. So within that time span, you will know if this is for you. For me, I would say like an hour in or an hour and a half in was when I said to myself, what a lovely freaking fragrance. Like what a versatile gent scent that has its own deal. Now, some Creed collectors might find some parts of this familiar, and for me, it was Viking that really made me think about this. And Viking has its own like peppery gent scent qualities, so you might slightly think about Viking when you are trying this fragrance. But of course, this is still quite different. The spice blend, the Artemisia is quite different here. And I would say that this is a notch above Viking in its complexity. But nevertheless, they are both gent scents with a slight peppery edge. Okay, so now let's talk about initial sillage and projection of Creed spice and wood. Now, this fragrance to me was a lingering scent that could capture the noses of people around you, I would say 4 to 5 feet away. And to me, this fragrance is more of a social interaction type of perfume, because I know a lot of y'all use perfume as, room conquerors or aromatic, scent trail types of scents where you walk by people you don't know and it's gonna grab their attention. This one right here is for the guy that's actually gonna interact. Okay, if you're gonna interact with people, if you're gonna shake hands, you're gonna be in a social and you're gonna meet friends of friends, I think that that's the best way to use this, because again, 4 feet away, they're gonna smell the aroma of Creed spice and wood. And of course, with the spices, you have draw-in properties as well. So think date night, or maybe a conversion of somebody that you met into a romantic interest eventually. These spices are draw-in as well. Now, also in this mid, you have Birch, which is also a part of Aventus. It's your smoky, tarry, woody note. Now, to me, the Birch, in my opinion here, is just a performance enhancer, all right? It's right behind the spices, the patchouli, the woody notes, and it's there to just increase the projection, the aromatic part of Creed spice and wood. But nevertheless, it is there as well. And this mid, okay, guys, this mid, the spice component, which this fragrance is well known for, I mean, heck, it's advertised right there, spice and wood. You're getting exactly that. This has a very, very long coverage, guys. Up to 6 hours of this fragrance, all right? That you're getting the spice component, the mid of the pepper, the clove, the Artemisia, the patch, the birch. You've got 6 hours of this thing. So you are going to be wearing this a lot, and you are going to be enjoying the spice and woods component a lot. That's why I'm saying that you will figure out within 2 hours of wearing this fragrance if this is for you. Okay, so now let's talk about the dry down of Creed spice and wood. Now the dry down starts, I would say, like 6 to 6 hour and 30 into the fragrance, guys, and it's very, very seamless, because really the bridge note And the most prominent note in the dry down here is going to be cedar. Okay, it's going to be the woods. And obviously you've got a seamless transition into the dry down thanks to the cedar. Okay, now you're also going to get oak moss, which has the green quality that is continued on from the artemisia. You have musk that is also continued from the artemisia. And of course, let's talk about iris, because this is kind of like the wild card note, right? Like iris towards the end, what's that? And iris, as you guys know, it's this powdery sweet note. It's floral. And in other fragrances, it's very prominent, it's very femme-leaning. But here, guys, the iris is embedded under all those notes as the slight sweetener that you can kind of like see the continuity from the apple to the artemisia to the iris eventually. But this is all embedded under the stronger notes, which are obviously your woods, your musk, your oak moss. And it's still like a light ending, you know, it's not even like a gradient type of musk. It's just like the musk is kind of like a classy modifier right here, guys, but it feels like a very light, nice ending. And you don't really feel that gradient as if this was like a fade to black, like fall winter type ending. You get a lot of woods, you get a lot of oak moss, guys, and the musk is just, like I said, a light modifier. And then you get some slight sweetness from the iris, guys. All right, now with that being said, what is the total longevity of this fragrance? Total performance of this fragrance is up to 11 hours. All right, and that's me saying that, trying the official sample from the source, from Creed. Tried this right here, wore this more than 3 times now, guys. And really, for me, it lasted up to 11 hours. It's not as weak as some people say it is. You gotta understand that this fragrance is kind of like a social man's perfume, a social gentleman's perfume. And with that being said, it's not gonna be a pushy, strong projector, but the aromatics are gonna work its magic in this fragrance. The spices are gonna work its magic into this fragrance. And they do have continuum all the way into the end, which is, like I said, about 11 hours into the fragrance. That is the longevity of Creed Spice and Wood on my testing. Now, ultimately, guys, this is definitely a scent to own. I gotta say, I mean, I don't collect a lot of gent scents, but this is a very nice gent scent right here. And to me, there's a lot of usage because it is a light and airy, and I wouldn't say close quarter scent, but it's almost like a close quarter scent. Great for socializing and great for putting yourself in character. That's the big thing right there. So if you're feeling James Bond-like or Christian Grey-like, this fragrance will make that mood happen. So you're kind of like in character. And especially if you're wearing, you know, dapper clothing or a suit or something just really nice like Italian clothing, I feel like this is just gonna match it perfectly, guys. And this fragrance, in my opinion, is all weather. Okay, it's all weather. I wore it like here in the hot, well, it's currently hot California weather, and it was quite okay, especially once the air hit me. It was quite okay. Definitely air-conditioned places, dates and stuff like that. This is gonna be great, guys, okay? Now, let's talk about the pricing. This fragrance right here, Spice and Wood, is part of the Les Exclusifs line, which is the more expensive line of Creed. I would say like $700. You add the tax in from the $600 price, guys. And so it is definitely not cheap. But to me, this will be worth it for those that identify with the Creed brand and the purpose of this scent, which is obviously gent scent, aromatic, put you in that James Bond mood, masculine, likable. I mean, I did get a lot of compliments wearing this fragrance, guys. My wife loved it. So you're gonna get that type of feedback wearing this fragrance. And if you're pretty masculine in your character and appearance, this definitely will add to all of that. And if you can identify with Creed being a high quality, high-end niche brand, then definitely that will be worth that $700, guys. And a lot of people own this full bottle, okay? Like, this is not one of those where, you know, people mostly complain. Because if you like what you get on the sample, on the decant, on the trial, again, 2 hours into this fragrance, well, you might like this whole thing entirely. And a full bottle will be worth it for y'all. Ultimately, I like this, guys, and I would rank this as one of the better creeds that I've tried, in my opinion, guys. If you want to ask me, definitely Aventus is out there. Definitely Royal Oud is one of my favorites, and I would say Creed Spice and Wood is up there as well, guys. All right, really likable gent scent that does the job, in my opinion. So I would say try it. Okay, so hit up Bernie if you need more information about this. If you really want to buy this or you want to test it, I don't know if they have samples that he can send you guys. Hit him up. Okay, again, that's the best thing you can do, because I'm gonna review all of these plus all the little labels that he sent me. So thank you, Bernie. If you want to, thank him as well for all of this, please add him on Instagram. Again, I'm going to link him below. Let me know in the comments below what y'all think of this fragrance, Creed Spice and Wood. I mean, I can definitely see myself eventually owning this one day. And, I'm a middle-aged guy. Actually, I'm a little bit higher than that now. And I can definitely see myself owning something like this. Something to bring to semi-formal functions as well as date nights with my wife. All right, so let me know if you guys own this. What do you guys use it for? Do you use it for work? If you're a businessman, do you use that? Let me know in the comments below. And again, please do not forget to like and subscribe. I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bernie. God bless. Take care. Peace.